friends, welcome back to another episode of Flavors and Knowledge. I'm your host, Chef Walter Potenza. Today, we're going to talk about how to deal with fresh artichokes. The spring is going to be here relatively soon, and cooking artichokes can be intimidating to some people, especially if they are unfamiliar with the vegetable, or perhaps have never prepared it. Artichokes have a unique appearance and can seem daunting due to their prickly exterior and the need to remove tough outer leaves and the choke. As you know, inedibly fuzzy part, which is located on the inside of the choke before the cooking process can begin. Artichokes are primarily grown in California, the coastal region of California, particularly around Monterey County, Castroville, and the Central Coast, have the ideal climate for cultivating this wonderful and unique vegetable. The rich soil, moderate temperatures, and coastal fog create favorable conditions for its cultivation. Castroville, California, is often referred to as the artichoke capital of the world due to its significant production of this vegetable. Some artichokes are also grown in smaller quantities in other states such as Arizona and Texas. However, California remains the primary producer of artichokes in the USA. There are several methods to cook artichokes, each resulting in different flavors and textures. And here are some standard methods that I put together, and I hope I will help you demystify the process and make it even more accessible for some of the beginners. Let me begin with the method number 1, which is boiling. To prepare artichokes, remove the tough outer leaves and cut off the top inch. Optionally, trim the remaining leaves to remove any sharp edges. And if you want to cook artichokes, the first step is to boil a large pot of salted water. It will probably help to use a big pot enough to fit all the artichokes without overcrowding them. Before heating the water, trim the ends of the artichoke stems and remove any tough outer leaves. Once the water is boiling, carefully add the artichokes to the pot. Make sure they are fully submerged in the water. The cooking time of artichoke will vary according to their size. Small artichokes may vary or take about 25 minutes to cook, while the large ones may take about 40 minutes. To check if the artichokes are done, insert a fork or a knife into the base of the artichoke. If the utensil goes in smoothly, then the artichokes are cooked. After cooking, use a pair of tongs to remove the artichokes from the pot and let them drain completely. Finally, you can serve the artichokes with your favorite dipping sauce. Maybe melted butter is the classic option, but you can also try aioli or even a simple vinaigrette. And to eat the artichokes, pull off the leaves one by one and dip them into the sauce. Once you reach the heart of the artichoke, you can remove the fuzzy choke and enjoy the tender, flavorful center. Method number 2, steaming. Remove the outer leaves and cut off the top part of the artichokes, as we mentioned on method 1. Place a steamer basket in a pot filled with water, ensuring the water does not touch the bottom of the basket. Bring the water to a boil, then reduce the heat to a simmer. Put the artichokes in the steamer basket, cover it, and steam until they become tender, which may take about 25 to 40 minutes. Of course, serve with your choice of dipping sauces. Then we have the grilling method. Again, trim the artichokes as described above. To prepare the artichoke, cut them in half lengthwise and use a spoon to remove the fuzzy center. Next, brush the artichoke halves with olive oil and season them with salt and pepper. Preheat your grill to a medium-high heat and make sure that the grill is nice and clean. Place the artichokes cut side down and grill until they are charred and tender. This process should take around 5 to 7 minutes per side. After cooking, serve the artichokes with a splash of fresh lemon juice, a dash of sea salt, and a little bit of your favorite extra virgin olive oil. Then we have method number 4, which is roasting. Here again, preheat your oven ahead of time to 425 Fahrenheit. Trim, clean, and prepare the artichokes as described in the recipes above. Coat the artichokes with olive oil, salt, and pepper. Arrange the artichokes in a single layer on a roasting pan or a baking sheet, and you can also use, as an option, parchment paper. Roast them in the oven for 25 to 30 minutes until tender and slightly browned. Once ready, you can serve the roasted artichokes hot or a room temperature. The last method is pressure cooking. Prepare the artichokes, trim them, and clean them as described in the recipes above. Then place a steamer basket in the bottom of the pressure cooker and add water per the manufacturer instructions. Next, put the artichokes in a steamer basket, close the lid, and cook them at high pressure for 10 to 15 minutes. Once done, allow the pressure to release naturally before opening the lid. And the last step, I'd like to remind you, has to be really important because of possible scorching of yourself. So be careful. Again, serve the artichokes with your favorite dipping sauce. And you might want to experiment with these methods that I share with you and find the best way for you to enjoy artichokes. And that does it for this episode on how to deal with artichokes in this particular segment of Flavors and Knowledge. I hope you enjoyed it. All of the information will be listed under show notes in all of our social network that you can link to, and also to listen to previous podcasts on the matter of gastronomy. I'll check back with you on the next round. Stay well and be safe. Bye-bye.
Flavors and Knowledge is brought to you by Chef Walter's Cooking School in Cranston, Rhode Island. For classes, workshops, events, and programs, please visit our website at chefwalterscookingschool.com. For all other services offered by Chef Walter's Food Group, check out our main website, chefwalter.com.